Hi guys, my name is Carla. I am forever jet lagged and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, as I promised, we are gonna get a bit more personal. I am gonna talk about a few things that I loved about Emirates and Dubai and a few things that I didn't really resonate with in Dubai or I didn't really like. A few things that made me really appreciate what I'm doing and where I am and the path that I took, and some other things that made me think, what am I doing here? So without any other description, let's get started. So this week I decided to get a bit more personal, to talk about all these, experiences that made me realize how lucky I am to have this opportunity, and also to talk about the things that made me think that Dubai or Emirates were not the place for me, and eventually things that made me leave. I decided to make this video because I want to get a bit, real, maybe. I don't want to just talk about the good stuff and the benefits and all the, glamorous life, because it's not all just glamorous life. There is some downsides, and yeah, I just wanted to be honest, and it's just my experiences, the way I saw things at that time, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna start with the good parts because yeah, we need to start on a positive note. I didn't really make a list. I didn't really think much about this video because I wanted to be as honest as possible. So I'm just gonna talk about whatever comes in my mind. The first thing I believe that convinced me to do this, to apply for Emirates, to move to Dubai, it was actually not the money. I had no idea how my salary is gonna be. I didn't even know about the tax thing, that there is no tax on the salary, so I had no idea about all of this. But the thing that convinced me was obviously the destinations. Emirates is one of the airlines that has the most destinations, and I thought, okay, if I'm gonna fly, if I'm gonna do this job, it's better to do it for an airline that has as many destinations as possible, as many layovers as possible, so I can, actually see the world. There's no point in doing this job if you're only gonna do turnarounds, or if your, layovers is just 5 destinations and that's it, and you just do them over and over again because you get bored, you get frustrated. This is one of the reasons why I chose Emirates, and this is one of the things that really convinced me. And I remember my first year flying, when in your first year, maybe a year and a half, most of your destinations are new destinations, and it's such a nice feeling when you get your roster and you see that, oh my god, next month I'm going to, Copenhagen or Prague or Sydney, Japan, whatever. Is always a very nice feeling when you get this new destinations and you're gonna get to see a new city. And for me, for example, I could never reach, Australia or New Zealand or even Asia, some parts of Asia. Like me from Romania, I would never reach there unless I do this job. So this is one of the reasons why I chose Emirates, and I felt really lucky whenever I was getting my roster and I was getting new destinations. That was a really good thing, and I really love that their network is so big and there is always opportunities and there is always new places to see. Another aspect that really made me feel lucky was the fact that there is so many nationalities within Emirates, and not just Emirates, in Dubai. There is so many different cultures, different backgrounds, different history, different customs, languages. So if you're curious about other cultures, or if you're interested in learning more, you really have a chance to do that. You can meet people, you can talk to them, you can find out, you can make friends. Also, because most of the people in Dubai are expats, it's really easy to make friends, and this was another plus. Obviously, I only found this out once I reached there, but it's very easy to make friends. Everybody's basically alone there. Everybody's, I don't know, away from their family, from their friends. So everybody's kind of like looking for someone to make friends with, to go out, to, I don't know, talk, just to make friends. And that's very nice, because I don't think back home is that easy after a certain age to make new friends. But in Dubai, it's always easy, and it's always like, I don't know, you go to a pool and you start talking to the girl next to you, and next thing you know, you're best friends. So that's a very nice thing, and I really appreciated that in Dubai. And of course, once I reached Dubai and I found out everything that Emirates offers, that was another thing that really made me feel lucky. All the benefits that Emirates offers, because there is really a lot of benefits. And I realized this now after I left, that not a lot of places around the world will offer you a place to stay, will make sure that you have transportation from home to work and from work to home. They will give you allowances on your layovers. They will pay all your bills. They will give you a medical insurance. They will, you know, this whole package. Very few companies offer it around the world, especially the one with accommodation and paying your bills and all that. I was really lucky I felt lucky at that time, and I still feel lucky that I had the opportunity to work, and the salary that I was getting was only money for me to spend or save or whatever I wanted to do with it. There was no taxes, and this I found out later. There was no taxes. I didn't have to worry about bills. I didn't have to worry about rent. I didn't have to worry about, I don't know, on layovers, about anything. It's just money that I can spend how I want. If I want to, I don't know, buy food or whatever, I didn't have to worry about what am I going to pay my rent with. And that is very good, because like I said, very few companies around the world do that. And I really appreciated that, and I really liked it, because Emirates really takes care of you from this point of view. And also, when they bring you to Dubai, they take care of everything, your visa arrangements, your flight, all these things. And again, very few companies do that, and is a very good thing, and it should be appreciated. Another thing that I really liked about Dubai and Emirates and everything, if you are crew, you can apply for a card called Face Card. And with that card, you get a lot of discounts in different restaurants or bars, or I don't know, for different tours, for different activities around the city. And they also do face card events. That means Emirates organizes, or the people in Face Card organize different, I don't know, culinary class, dancing classes. Sometimes they were doing boat parties, different theme parties. So there's a lot of events and a lot of, I don't know, places to go and things to do. Just entertainment, just for fun. There's no obligation, you don't have to pay. Some events you had to pay, but a very small fee. In restaurants, for example, you get discount, or there is, I don't know, crew nights where only crew go. So the crew community is very united, and they have a lot of benefits. And you know, if you're alone one night at home and all your friends are flying, or I don't know, they're working, it's nice to go to these events if you feel lonely, if you want to meet new people, or to go with your friends if they're also crew. It's really fun, and it's a very nice way for Emirates to think about your mental health as well. They don't just want you to work. They want you to have a happy life in Dubai, and they help you reach this target by offering these events, or I don't know, classes or discounts, whatever else they offer. But yeah, Face Card was a really good thing.
2 hours later.
So I was filming. I think I spoke for about 20 minutes, and then I realized I didn't press record. and I couldn't do it again because I had to go and cut my hair. So now I'm back. I don't even know what I said in this whole 20 minutes that I talked without recording, but yeah, I'll try to remember. Another thing that I liked about Dubai, in Emirates, but Dubai mostly, is that it's very, very safe. As a girl, you can always walk around at night, you can go out by yourself or with your girlfriends. You can do basically anything without having to, watch your back, or you know what I mean. The girls that are watching, they know what I mean. It's very safe. There is no, pickpocketers. When you go outside of Dubai, it's a bad habit to have, because in Dubai, you can leave your phone anywhere, you will find it. You can leave it on in a taxi. You call the taxi company, they will return it. You can leave it in the mall on a table in the food court. You go 3 hours later, it's probably still there. Or someone from the food court took it and they have it and they will return it to you. You can lose your bag, your wallet, it doesn't matter. You will always find them. You will always... I lost my passport on the street and I found it. It's very safe from this point of view. When you travel or when you go back home, maybe remember that you are not in Dubai anymore and you need to keep your phone with you and you need to keep your bag with you and be careful and, all that. But Dubai is like a bubble that is very safe. You don't need to worry about that. Maybe you are gonna get some, bad habits. You're gonna get too relaxed. But yeah, it's very good. And now let's move on to the other part of the video, the stuff that made me eventually wanna leave Dubai, or the stuff that I didn't like, that I didn't resonate with, that I didn't understand maybe, or yeah, the let's say the empty part of the glass. One of the first and most important for me aspects was the fact that I felt like I don't really have a lot of freedom when I was in Dubai or within Emirates. This is because Emirates controls a lot of your life, because you work for them, because you are the image of the company, and this is normal, I get it. But for me, I'm a person that likes to express herself with crazy hair colors, with crazy nails, or the way I dress, tattoos. I would like to have visible tattoos. Each person expresses themselves differently, and for me, I felt like this part of me was shut down and I had to hide this part of me while I was in Dubai and while I was working for Emirates. And this I didn't really like, because, I knew it, I accepted it, I followed the rules while I was there, but slowly I was feeling like I'm losing a part of myself that I wasn't willing to lose yet. So yeah, this was one of the things that I didn't enjoy. It's a personal opinion. I completely understand, the Emirates point of view, and I completely get it. It just wasn't for me, this aspect. I didn't like to be, always checked. My hair to be a certain length, a certain color, my nails the same, to be only a certain color, to not be able to get tattoos. I did get new tattoos while I was working for Emirates, but they're all hidden. I couldn't show my tattoos. I always had to think, okay, where am I gonna put this one so it's not visible in uniform? So yeah, I didn't really like this aspect. And also related to freedom is the fact that, okay, Emirates offers you accommodation. That is amazing. We already established that. I mentioned it in my previous videos, but it comes with some, strings attached. There are some rules if you live in the Emirates accommodation. First of all, there is a security guy downstairs, and every visitor that you have, they need to check in and check out. It doesn't matter if they are cabin crew or not, especially if they are not cabin crew, they need to check in and check out. And that security guy will write down their names, their phone number, their, ID number, nationality, whatever other details they need to write, the time that they came to your place and the time that they left. And this for me is a bit of an invasion of privacy. Maybe I don't want Emirates to know who visited me, what time they came, what time they left. Obviously, Emirates doesn't check at each person, but if they want to, they have access to this information. And I wasn't really comfortable with that. Also, there is a rule that if your visitors are not crew, they can only stay until 11 p.m. I think, or midnight. I think it was 11 p.m. If my then boyfriend was not cabin crew, he could not stay over, or friends. It doesn't necessarily need to be a partner. Any friends that you have that are not cabin crew, they cannot stay over. You cannot have a, I don't know, a sleepover with the girls unless they are crew. And this is also, you know, I get it. I get the reasons why they have these rules. It's about your safety and your security and everything. It's a little bit too controlling for my taste. Other people, they adapt very easily to these rules. That they don't care, and you know, they're happy. Maybe they only have crew friends and they don't care about these rules. For me, it was a bit of a struggle. I didn't really like to, you know, I liked to have crew friends and non-crew friends, and I couldn't host parties, or I couldn't have friends over and only until 11 p.m. So this rule really hit me, and I felt like a bit of my freedom was taken away, and I didn't like that. But again, I understand the reasons. It just wasn't for me. Now, another thing that I didn't really appreciate about Emirates was how they put their customers first. And I know maybe it sounds a bit weird. It's normal for an airline that offers the 5-star service to put their customers first. I get it. It's their pride that they offer one of the best customer services in the world. But for me personally, it was hard to realize that maybe for them I'm just a number. I'm very easily replaceable. As long as I do my job and I'm okay, it's all good. The second that there is any issue with the customer, they're not gonna take my side. And for me, that was kind of hard to realize and to notice that the company that I work for will not take my side in a situation where a customer is involved. And I get it. Again, it's their pride, is what they offer. The customers are the ones paying the company, so the company needs the customers to have profit. I completely understand that. But it would have been nice for the company to appreciate their employees a bit more, or to sometimes realize that the customer is not always right, and the customer is not our, you know, master. This was something that I personally struggled with. I was getting frustrated on some flights when I knew the rules, and I knew that I couldn't say anything to a certain passenger that was rude to me, because then I would get in trouble even though he was the one being rude to me, and so on and so forth. It was something I struggled with, and I still struggle with, and I still work in customer service, but now I see that there is a balance, and you can have that balance and still offer great customer service. So yeah, I did struggle with it, and I didn't really enjoy being always on my, you know, tiptoes to be careful not to upset any passenger, because I knew that if a passenger gets upset with me, it's a very big deal. And the last thing that I'm gonna mention for today that I didn't like is the fact that the company, again, this is only my personal opinion, the company made me feel like I cannot get sick too many times, or for a period that is too long, because then I get in trouble. I get it up to a point, because you know, they need you to fly, they need you to be on flights so you can get paid and all that. I had moments where I was literally scared to call sick for a flight, or when I went sick, I had a cold and I went for a flight because I was scared to call sick. I had barotrauma. For those of you who don't know, barotrauma is when your ears get blocked when you descend, because your sinuses are blocked, and it's very painful, and it can cause an eardrum rupture, and it's very dangerous. So if your nose is a little bit blocked or you have a cold, you should not fly. But I did go for a flight because I was scared to call sick, because I already had I don't know how many sick days, and I was only allowed I don't know how many. And out of that fear of getting a warning, I did the flight, and then anyway I had to stay on ground for like a month after to recover. So it wasn't the smartest thing to do, but it all came from that fear of calling sick. And I heard this, you know, talking to other crew as well. A lot of the crew have this fear of calling sick, because if you have, I don't know, 3 sicknesses within, I don't know, 2-3 months, you get a warning, and then you get a written letter or a verbal warning, or I don't remember how it was. And I think they kind of changed it now. They still do warnings, they're just called differently. And if you get I don't know how many warnings, you can even get fired. I don't think that's fair. I think it's a human right to get sick or to call in sick for work. I get it that if you're sick for too long, then you're not making money for them, and there's no reason for them to keep you. I also understand that, but from their point of view, or at least the interactions that I had with the clinic or with my manager or whoever, it was this attitude of you're not taking good care of yourself, and this is why you're getting sick, so it's your fault. Like you're not resting well, or you're not eating well. Sometimes, yes, it's true. I was going from a flight to a party and then back to a flight, but not all the time. Plus, I think I should be allowed to get sick or to call in sick and feel comfortable calling in sick than putting my health in danger, or maybe even the passengers, because if I'm sick, maybe I'm spreading it around. This aspect I also didn't resonate with, and in the end, this is why I was made redundant, because I was getting sick a lot and I had a lot of warning. And at the end, when the pandemic came, they made redundant the people that had a bit of a rocky file. You know, they weren't perfect. So long story short, basically, I got redundant because I had a period of time when I first started flying where I was getting sick a lot and I was calling sick a lot, and I had some warnings. So yeah, reveal the reason why I got redundant. Maybe I'll talk a bit more about that. If you like this type of gossip videos, I'm happy to talk about it. Just maybe tell me in the comments if you'd like to hear the story of how I got redundant and the whole experience. I'm gonna stop for now with the bad things, the good things. All in all, I'm gonna keep the same positive vibe on my videos, because at the end of the day, the good and the bad, it was an amazing experience working for Emirates. Every job, every company that you work for is gonna have the good things and the bad things. There cannot be only good things or only bad things. Overall, like I said, it was an amazing experience. The good things were more than the bad things, because otherwise I wouldn't have lasted so long. At the end of the day, they offer some benefits, like I said in the beginning of the video, that very few companies around the world offer, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the opportunity of having this experience. Of course, there is gossip. Of course, there will be bad things, from my opinion. From other person's opinion, maybe it's different bad things or different good things. This is just an opinion. I wanted to get a bit more personal and talk about things from my point of view. Again, if you like this type of videos, just let me know in the comments and I'll do more of these. I have a lot of stories, I have a lot of, I don't know, gossip, good, bad, advice, whatever you want to call it. I'm happy to share it within limits, because I don't want to upset anyone. Thank you so much for watching. I promise I will be a bit more prompt with the videos. I know it's been a while. I'm trying to get back to it. It's not easy. It's not, I don't know. If you have any suggestions, ideas of what, or anything that you would like me to talk about, please leave them in the comments. Or any questions that you have, I will answer. I will maybe do a video about whatever you want to ask me. I'm not sure what I'm gonna talk about next week. So, surprise! I have a few ideas. I'll think about it. I will post a video next week, I promise. It's not gonna take a month again. Thank you for watching again. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you like this type of content, if you're interested. Maybe turn on the notifications so YouTube lets you know when I'm posting a new video. Share it with your friends, family, whoever you think might be interested in what I'm talking about. And I will see you next week.